What's up, Capricorn Peace? Thank you for joining me for your energy reading. My name is Keita. If it's your first time joining me, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, what's happening? What's going on with y'all throat chakra? Because as soon as I set my iPad up to do you all's reading, I started coughing. And I feel the urge to cough now. I have not coughed all day. So you all are either needing to have a conversation, speak your truth, express your truth in some way, or somebody's going to be speaking their truth to you. But whatever the case, this particular month, we are focusing on shadow work with the energy readings. And so maybe that's part of your shadow work, needing to speak your truth in some way. But whatever the case, we're going to tap into it. I'm going to be pulling from the Lantern Oracle. And I got a shit ton of decks over here because I had a private reading earlier. So we got plenty of options for clarifying. And yeah, we're going to get into it. And I'm glad I went ahead and shifted my plans because I'm feeling like just saw 1, 2, 3. Which is symbolic of simplifying your life, be it through like releasing some relationships, getting some burdens, some things off of your chest, decluttering your home, a detox where you're cleansing out your body. Take it how it resonates, child. But yeah, the energy that's coming through to me for the Capricorn collective is just that something about the throat chakra and some truthful expression and release. And I'm letting y'all know right now, one of my nails fell off. And it's time to take these jumps off anyway. I just ain't felt like soaking them off. And I definitely don't feel like going to get them done. But tomorrow, I'm going to have to shit or get off the pot because I'm tired of looking at it. And because one fell off, that means I need to just go ahead and take all of them off, right? So, I'm about to have these 9 nails all in y'all face. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure y'all don't mind because y'all came for the message and I have my hands look right. And you know I talk with my hands, so I'm definitely going to have them in the camera. But, clear. Tap in with the divine to see what message wants to come forth for you all. So Father God, Mother Earth, ancestors and spirit guides, I come to you in this moment humble, honored to be a vessel of your love and light. And I'm asking that you use me to bring forth the best message for the highest good of the Capricorn collective at this time. What message would you have me to deliver to your people, spirit? There's 4 cards. And of course, we're going to see what's at the top and the bottom of the deck. And they all fell out face down, right? So this is definitely something that's in the shadows, possibly in your blind spot. Just saw 333, something that may be blocking your alignment in some way. So we got renewal, represented by the number 27. Regeneration begins with decay. So this speaks to something ending so that something can begin. There's possibly been a ending or a climax in some situation that was necessary in order for things to shift. Here you have an individual who looks like they may be of Native American descent with this stick in their hand, and it looks like the land that this person is in like doesn't really have any like vegetation or fruit or anything. But with this message of renewal, what looks destitute is very possibly, you know, Native Americans knew how to use like herbs medicinally and have very shamanistic energy, knowing how to work with the spirit of plants and nature. in order to dive deep and get the best use of the energy of those items. And it's also kind of smoky. It's given like when you sage the house, you know what I'm saying, just off 511. And so many of you may have found yourself in a situation where you had to dive deep to get the substance, the meaning, or not even, I mean, dive deep, but also go higher. Like, look at it from a higher perspective. Because you got a bird here that's on this, looks like a woman. This woman's shoulder right here. And birds are messengers. Why I got the damn thing already in there. Birds are messengers. And so this woman here definitely is getting messages from the etheric realm about this situation of renewal. So it's like hope being provided in a situation that looks like something has come to an end, but it was the ending that was necessary so that a renewal or rebirth could take place. It's our 611. So we definitely speaking to some relationships. And then we have, and this is in the reverse, okay, the number 8, weeping wound. You are not your wounds. This is the healing that's been taking place because this is in reverse. This is either the healing that's been taking place within you, where you're coming to realize that your identity is not like what you've been through and your hurt, your pain, your trauma. You don't have to walk through your everyday life from moment to moment, making decisions and showing up from that space. So this is either you having learned that in a situation, or somebody that is attached to you energetically. And that would explain it being in reverse if it's somebody else, or the healing that has already taken place within you, coming to understand that you are not your wounds. This person here has like a stab wound or a cut of some sort to the chest. So it's giving like open heart surgery. You know what I'm saying? Going through something that has tugged at your heartstrings, that has come in and totally catalyzed how you operate from your heart space. And a lot of times that comes from having gotten your feelings hurt. That comes from going into deep within to journal, to reflect, to do therapy, to analyze your dreams, to really take the time to meditate on things that have affected your heart the most, to take time to analyze the health of your heart space, your emotions, tending to your emotional health. This woman is crying tears of blood because there's some deep-seated pain that she has endured, but she's cloaked in this what looks like a white sheet, which is symbolic of healing taking place, purity, finding value in the experience, and experiencing renewal from it, rebirth from it, transmuting that pain into purpose and passion. You got a lot of red behind her in this image as well. I'm glad to see that this card was in the reverse and not the upright, because that would be telling me that this is something that you're currently experiencing, you or someone connected to you. So that's dope. Ooh, this is deep. And it's 5 cards instead of 4, y'all. God damn, Capricorn. What's been really going on? And weeping wound represented by the number 8. What you have learned from that experience that was extremely painful, or the person that you're attached to learned from this experience that was extremely painful, is abundant. It's priceless. Like, you cannot put a price tag on having gotten that kind of healing and wisdom and power that you're going to move forth with. So that's dope as hell. And another one in reverse is repair. I'm telling you, it's somebody else involved in this situation, because with the repair card, that was in reverse is making amends rather than fun times reveals a relationship's true constitution. I told you there's a conversation that needs to be had. Just saw 1001, which speaks to the twin flame journey. Listen, this month, do you see these two elderly people sitting here knitting a quilt, working on a common goal? And they literally knitting the same quilt. They working on the same thing. They happy, they content. And this land that looked barren and unfruitful but still had something of substance is now got like these flowers. It's got fruit. It's got some element of color and beauty, and there are some white flowers, some kind of a white flower. But this is longevity. This is you got repair in reverse, and then you got renewal. A renewal had to take place in order for someone to be able to heal some old wounds and do the work to repair. Just our 11:11. They had to go through this portal and jump timelines, and go through a gateway to evolve and show up in an energy, embody an energy that allows them to align and repair a connection. And that's why my throat chakra was aggravated, because there's some truth that needs to be spoken. Where it says reveals a relationship's true constitution, represented by the number 38, which breaks down to what? An 11. And I just saw 11:11, which is also symbolic of the twin flame journey. So this is divine union. This is twins coming together. This is soulmates. This is people getting together and having longevity because they're on the same page. They're working toward the same thing. And this being in reverse also tells me that this is this same person who has done the work to come to understand that they are not their wounds. Somebody's more hopeful. Somebody's knowing their worth. Somebody's not operating from that hurt space, or learning to not operate from that hurt space anymore, because they desire to have this with someone. This type of longevity, this type of connection, this comfort. You know, it takes comfort to be able to enjoy a quiet moment like this with somebody. And that's why you have so many couples who they got to be out and around people all the time, and they got to be putting on for the gram and all that, because they be trying to cover up where the disconnect is in the relationship. But two people who are in alignment can sit in complete silence and still have that bond, that connection, the love, still feel the love, you know. It does not, their connection and relationship does not have to be filled with superficial things or people and parties and all of the things. Like, it ain't gotta be that from moment to moment for them. That's how you end up having longevity and growing old together, like this couple in the card, because every day ain't gonna be a party. If we gonna keep it a buck, every day ain't gonna be a party. So this is some shadow work that's already been done, but like I said, or is being done, but because these fell out in face down, this is something that you, the person who's watching, probably didn't know that this is what's taking place, or you're this person who it represents in the reverse with the weeping wounds and the repair, and you didn't see it this way. One or the other. Next we have, why did I put this hot ass sweatshirt on? I'm burning up. Number 36, confusion. Growth hurts, heals, and harnesses a way through the uncertainty. So now that you got this individual who is doing this work to get to know, identify, become more aware of who they are outside of their wounding, beyond their wounding, just off 1441, and they have this desire to repair something and have longevity it's like they've gone deep into the primordial waters, deep into their emotions, this open heart surgery, right? And now they washed up on the shore. They tired from the journey, from having done the shadow work. They're excited, but they're tired, and it's like, okay, I need a minute to gather myself and get clear, and to rest. And it's like a rescue mission, you know what I'm saying? They need somebody to help them go the rest of the way. So you have this lantern literally sitting on top of them in hopes of being found. And rescued out of the confusion about how to move forward the rest of the journey. So there's definitely some growth that has taken place as a result of exploring past hurts, and but in order for them to harness their way through the uncertainty, they've got this lantern shining on them so that somebody can see it. It's like they sending out a SOS, and you got this lightning here off in the distance, because there's power in the atmosphere. There's change in the atmosphere. What we got down here? And the change that's taking place is radical self-love. Somebody's life completely changing, because when they get up, when somebody see this light and find them, they ain't gonna lay there for long. Somebody gonna find them. The Coast Guard, a mermaid, somebody coming for them, right? Somebody gonna help them out. When they emerge after having gone through this shit, this renewal, examining and exploring and healing their wounds, that open heart surgery, discovering that it's this kind of longevity and love that is helping to repair their heart, these hopes and desires for fun times and making amends. And once they come out of this confusion, they're going to be practicing radical self-love. And I may be speaking to y'all that's watching this. If this is what you've been going through, yeah, you about to be showing up totally different. And the people around you are in for a rude awakening, because a lot of them are used to you showing up in a way that has been codependent, in a way that has been people pleasing, in a way that has been quiet. And radical self-love looks like speaking up for yourself. Radical self-love looks like not answering some phone calls. Radical self-love looks like drawing some boundaries. Radical self-love looks like reprioritizing some people and some things in your life. Radical self-love looks like career shifts. Radical self-love looks like diet changes, lifestyle changes. Radical self-love looks like exploring topics and subjects that are taboo, or that you normally wouldn't, or that people shun. Just showing up for yourself, and not just showing up for yourself, but in a radical way, like going the extra mile to do the self-honoring thing. So you got this woman here. This gray hair is giving, and her wrinkles are instantly giving wisdom. So as a result of this situation, you're emerging wiser. And represented by the number 41, that breaks down to a 5. That's that change that's in the air that I was talking about with this lightning, because this radical self-love is about to be your source of power moving forward. And it says we can only receive love to the extent that we unconditionally love and live the truth of ourselves. This is standing in your truth, and fuck who don't like it. I love this for y'all, but this is your shadow work, and it's not easy. It gets easier. This shit is like especially if you identify with being codependent, it's like a muscle. You have to continuously work at it. You have to push it beyond its normal capacity, and it will repair itself and become stronger. You have to feed it nutritious environments, people, books, podcasts, videos, whatever. Like, you have to ingest and consume good positive energy the same way you have to protein to make your muscles grow. You have to rest. That's important. You gotta put yourself first. And because you're not used to doing it, it's hard. That first few times you tell a motherfucker no and draw your boundaries, you're gonna be questioning yourself. Like, damn, they ain't gonna like me because I said no. Did I do the right thing? You know what I'm saying? Was that the right move to make, man? Stand on business. Stand on business. Especially if the end goal is this. I cannot believe my battery's dying this fast. Especially if this is the end goal for you. You're going to have to stand on business. I think I got time to clarify this message. So I'm going to pull from the Moonology deck. Oh shit, I didn't see what's at the top of the deck and the bottom of the deck. So at the top you got 21, the key to intimacy. I told you I saw 333, and this is what you're experiencing, you or your person is helping them to better align, get in alignment, not only with the connection, but with their life purpose, with the temple path. So it says intimate love is a core need to be met in relation to ourselves and those closest to us. The journey to intimacy often includes learning what love is not. That's what a lot of this journey of renewal and repair has been, and repairing coming to understand that you are not your wounds. It's you learning, or that person learning, what love is not. They had a totally different understanding of what love is up to this point that they went deep into their emotions and emerged on this shore with this lantern. So this woman here, she has a lantern also, but it's heart-shaped, because the key to intimacy is the heart chakra, tapping into your heart chakra, tapping into your emotions, feeling safe in your root chakra, feeling the capacity, exploring the capacity to be vulnerable, which is your working with your sacral chakra. And at the bottom of the deck, and I think it's her. Yep. And I'm gonna read it as such. So you got wishful expectations, right? Represented by the number 14, which breaks down to another 5. Again, I told you, changes in the air. Acknowledge the smoke and mirrors in your life for what they are. Coming to understand that everything ain't what it seems. Everybody ain't who they say they are. And you've given some people some roles and some titles in your life that they don't live up to, and it's your illusion or your projection of what you desire it to be opposed to what it really is. So that's really seeing the truth of the matter. And this lady is on a wheel that looks very uncomfortable, and she's chained to the wheel. So this is freeing yourself from that. And at the bottom of the deck, you got number 31, which breaks down to a 4 and represents intention. Lacking personal direction begets confusion and life as a pawn to someone else's game of chess. This being at the bottom of the deck and being in reverse, this also speaks to this individual who had to come to understand that their wounds are not who they are. It's what they experienced during the time, and in order for those things to heal, you have to acknowledge them as such instead of showing up every day as the wound, as the scar, as the hurt, as the pain, so that you can reprioritize and change your intentions, so that you can set new intentions for your life and move forward on this path of a radical self-love and renewal from anything and anybody that's not in alignment with the intention that you have set. Because otherwise you become a pawn in somebody else's game, and you are basically wandering aimlessly in this life. So I'm gonna clarify this message for my Capricorn people, and it's time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. That shit came out so quick. That means this is something you need to hurry up and do. It's time to pour into yourself. It's time to pour into that which deserves to be more of a priority in your life. And it's a time to give rather than take. So that may be somebody giving to you, or that may be speaking to my viewer to give rather than take. The answers you need are coming, and you got all this blue. I told y'all my throat chakra. I was coughing as soon as I got ready to do this video out of nowhere. The answers you need are coming. There is a conversation that needs to be had, where truth is needing to be expressed after a time of healing for someone. And hang in there, because your commitment is being tested. Whatever this situation is, it's probably testing your patience, it's testing your will, it's testing your intuition. You coming to like kind of question your intuition, and you're starting to get confused where you thought you were clear. But hang in there, because the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. Conclusions are within reach. So, for the sake of the video not cutting off and my battery dying, Capricorn, I hope this message found you well. If it did not find you well, I hope that it leaves you well. If you're needing a personal reading, feel free to email me at turquoisemajesty@gmail.com. Don't forget to like the video, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, till next time, y'all. Peace.